Hello, everyone. It's me, your favorite WoW streamer, Donald the D-Man. Today is a very special day, very special. The most special, some would say. I have with me two of the lead developers of World of Warcraft, the greatest MMO ever made, Hazzikostas and Steve Danuser. Tell us about yourselves.
Thank you, Donald. I am Hazzikostas, and I am the game director for World of Warcraft.
And I'm Steve Danuser, not Danuser. I'm the lead narrative designer for World of Warcraft.
Good stuff. So, Ian, why are the two of you with us today?
Well, since patch 10.1 has been out for a while and everyone has had the chance to experience the content, it is time to reveal what is next in store for World of Warcraft with patch 10.2, Shadows of the East.
Shadows of the East? Are we going to China?
What?
You know, East. China's to the east.
We are going to the eastern part of Azeroth, Donald, not the eastern part of the Earth.
And there is no China there?
No, Donald, there is no China on Azeroth.
I see. Confusing name. I think some players might get confused. I'm just saying, might be a good idea to change it. Anyway, Steve, can you give us a recap of the story so far?
Certainly. So in patch 10.0, we, the players, arrived at this Dragon Isles to find them ravaged by the fury of Razageth. We battled her forces and helped the Dragonflights restore their Oathstone and ultimately chased Razageth into the Vault of the Incarnates. However, despite our best efforts, she managed to release the remaining Primal Incarnates. In patch 10.1, we followed them underground into Aberrus, where they successfully retrieved the Primordial Flame, but at the cost of losing Fireek.
Wait a second. Fireek is dead?
Yes, he died at the end of the raid.
Which raid? I never killed him.
That's correct. We don't see him die in game, but his death is covered in the recently released book, The Death of Fireek by Christy Golden.
What the hell? This should have been in the raid.
It is what it is. Anyway, Iridikron and Vironoth use the Primordial Flame to ignite the engine of control, raising a huge Titan facility up from the ocean off the eastern coast of the Dragon Isles, and that is pretty much where patch 10.2 picks up.
You should have let me proofread this shit. I'm a pretty good writer after all. Did you know I wrote The Art of the Deal? One of the best-selling books in human history?
Well, yeah,
Just think about it, okay? Anyway, Ion, what can you tell us about this new zone?
The new zone is called the Dragon's Gullet. As we mentioned, it is located east of the Dragon Isles and is roughly the size of Tainan Jungle.
Oh God, Tainan Jungle, please tell me we're not going back to Draenor.
No, Donald, we're not going to Draenor. We're not going to China. We're going to the Dragon's Gullet.
Okay, I'm sorry. So what does the zone look like?
It pretty much looks like a desolate wasteland. We want the players to feel like they are wandering into a place where they truly do not belong, because the island actually houses a Titan facility containing an ancient evil.
Dragon's Gullet, desolate wasteland, ancient evil. I can't put my finger on what it is, but it feels a bit familiar.
It shouldn't feel familiar at all. The designers really gave it their all to make sure the new zone feels unlike anything we have ever done before.
Whatever. So what is there to do there?
Well, there will be plenty of new quests and activities, as well as a new faction for reputation. But the most exciting feature is, of course, the new raid, the Halls of Control.
Oh, baby, hell yeah, I love raiding. I am probably one of the top 5, no top 3 raiders in the world. Did you know that?
Our stats indicate otherwise.
Who cares about stats? Fake news. Tell me about the raid.
It will be pretty standard. 12 bosses of varying difficulty. As we delve deeper into the Halls of Control, we will learn a little bit more about the Dragonflights and the Titans themselves, before a final confrontation with Iridikron.
So Iridikron is the final boss of the raid?
Correct.
I guess you're saving Vironoth for later then.
No, Vironoth dies before the raid.
Steve, I swear to God, if she dies in a book...
Now we get to see her die in game during a cutscene. I think she drowns on the way to the Dragon's Gullet.
You think? Oh boy, should have let me proofread. But if they're all dead, who is there left to fight in patch 10.3?
The finale of the Halls of Control directly sets up the final antagonist of the expansion. It is someone keen-minded players may actually already expect.
Is it Galacrond? Please tell me it's Galacrond.
No, not Galacrond.
Murazon, then?
No, not Mirazond either. Stevie, would you do the honors?
Gladly. In patch 10.3, we will finally be confronting the Warden.
The Warden, who the hell is that?
Someone who has been lurking in the shadows, controlling things all the way back since Warcraft 1.
Wait a second. The Warden! If we end up going to Zereth Draconis or some shit like that, I will lose it.
We can't spoil the story. You will just have to wait and play it for yourself to find out what happens.
Just stop. Enough with the PvE. Ion, what does the patch bring for PvP?
What was the question?
PvP. What does the patch bring for PvP?
PvP? What do you mean by that?
Player versus player.
Are you thinking about players fighting each other?
Yes, Ion, obviously.
In that case, World of Warcraft actually has a pretty good anti-toxicity system.
Anti-toxicity? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, if players conduct toxic behavior, they will easily be identified and suspended, if not banned.
Ion, for the love of God, I am not talking about players fighting in real life. I'm talking about players fighting each other with their World of Warcraft characters.
Oh, then no. We have no plans to add that feature in the patch.
Add the feature? It's already in the game.
Interesting. You learn something every day. Did you know about this, Steve?
No, this is news to me too.
Battlegrounds, arenas, duels. Are you guys for real?
Oh, wait. Are you thinking about the faction champions boss from the Trial of the Crusader raid?
No, anyway, our time is almost up. Would you be willing to answer a couple of questions from the fans?
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure thing.
Fantastic. We have a question from Moist Sylvanas. Hello, Steve. Now that Nathanos is dead and Sylvanas is free from the jailer, is she officially single?
I guess it's not really something what we have thought about. But sure, let's say she is.
I have no comment on that. This next question is from Ultra Slayer. Hello, Ian. My character has been stuck on a loading screen for 3 days. I submitted a ticket to customer support, but the waiting time is 13 days. Can you fix this?
There really isn't much I can do right now. I'm stuck in an interview with Steve and Donald. But I guess I could forward the request later.
Poor guy. We have one from Skillidan. Hello, guys. Skillidan here. Shout out to my Guild Horde Slayers on Firemaw EU Alliance, currently recruiting. Shout out to my girlfriend. Shout out to my best friend. Shout out to my mom and dad. Shout out to my uncle. Jesus Christ, how many shout outs does this guy have?
You should come to BlizzCon, Donald. People do this all the time when asking questions. It gets pretty tedious.
How hard can it be to just ask a simple question? Let's move on to the next question. Skillidan just cost himself his question. We have a follow-up question from Moist Sylvanas. Hello, Steve. Thank you for answering my question. Since Sylvanas is single now, have you considered selling Sylvanas body pillows or even Sylvanas sex dolls?
What?
Yeah, that question was, I don't know.
Do I have to answer it?
Yes, Steve, please answer the question, as disturbing as it may be.
The answer is no. We will not be making Sylvanas body pillows or sex dolls.
I wouldn't rule it out, though.
What? Are you serious?
I'm just saying, if the higher-ups want it, then, you know.
Christ.
This is getting weird. Let's move on. We have a question from Mother Karen. Hello, gentlemen. My son plays EverQuest 16 hours every day. He doesn't shower, doesn't clean his room. He doesn't listen to me at all. Since you run this game, you have a responsibility towards your customers to make sure that they keep behaving as human beings. Please fix this in some way.
EverQuest. We don't develop EverQuest.
Are all your viewers this strange?
I'm not sure. Anyway, guys, it has been a pleasure. I think I speak on everyone's behalf when I say that patch 10.2 looks very exciting.
Why, thank you. I wish I could say that this has been a pleasure, but it has honestly been nothing but a waste of time.
That was kind of hurtful.
Please don't call us again, Donald. Goodbye.
Bye, Donald.
Wow. What should I do now? Maybe I'll go bother Joe and Barrick. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Or maybe I'll just talk to myself. That's also a good idea. I do like my voice after all. Let's be honest. Who wouldn't like my voice? It's a tremendous voice.